time on Utopia Podcast. The party finish their cheesy biscuits and food from the greasy chop and head back to the carousel court. Scylla heading straight to bed. Dee Dee and Livy heading to bed as well. While Godfrey heads for a bath and Morgus to the library to wait for Godfrey. Morgus and Godfrey have a conversation about Morgus's newfound knowledge of himself before heading to bed. At that point, Dee Dee wakes up from a bad dream, Livy consoling her. The next morning, the party are awake, ready and raring to go. They let Weaver know what has happened. She gives them a new job and offers them the ability to stay and join the court. The party begins to decide what to do with their day off, Dee Dee wanting to go ride a horse. And that is where we find them.
All right.
Toothbrush, stuff like that.
We will start in order of operations. Avis, you are put on a chestnut-colored gelding with brown mane and a beautiful, nicely well taken care of, well worn in brown English saddle. You're handed a pair of gloves. You are not given a crop. You are not given spurs or anything, even though you see Weaver wielding both of these agents to help with the control of the horses. And she starts just by kind of teaching you a little bit about the commands and how to sit and what to do with your hands. And then you start a walk out onto the beach heading north up the coast away from the city. I need you to make an athletics check here just at the beginning as you get your bearings.
It's happening any day now. 19.
Awesome. You look great. You already have the strength, the inherent strength. So you have the core strength to just sit up tall, the back strength to keep your shoulders back and in line, the hand strength to hold on to the reins as the horse kind of pushes its head down into the bit a little bit. And you feel pretty confident, but as Weaver takes you up to a trot and you start heading closer towards the tree line, a deer comes bursting out. I need you to give me an animal handling check.
I'm so good at wisdom. Could be worse. 13.
Great. Yeah, you stay on. You end up falling forward. The reins kind of fall out of your hands. Your belly and head on the withers and the neck of the horse as your eyes are up face to face with the horse's ears. And the horse kind of just sidesteps a little bit and takes off in a canter on, but you stay, and Weaver pushes her horse into a canter behind you and just calls out, making sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Ziva's gonna sit back up, try to get back into position, moving with the trot of the horse, and take the reins and wrap it again over her hand and through the pinky and pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah. Awesome. The rest of the day goes pretty well. And you begin to learn how to ride a horse.
Wow. So glad you picked English Saddle. That's the only thing I actually have experience writing.
Cool. Scylla, what specifically in the greenhouse would you like to learn about plants? There are medicinal plants, there are poisonous plants, there are dangerous, creaturous plants, there are just general knowledge. Are you trying to like be an herbologist, like make herbal stuff? You're just trying to memorize and identify?
I think medicine is where I would like to put my focus. I feel somewhat detached from my ability to heal through the divine, and so I want proof. I want healing that I know that I can make right. So yeah, I think I want to learn a little bit more about plant healing.
That's good to know. So Fern can't teach you that. She's not proficient in plants as medicine. So she would not be able to train you for you to work or spend your XP to gain towards a proficiency there. But your options that you know of would be Godfrey or Gilda. So Godfrey obviously is leaving, spending his hours somewhere else doing something else. So would you like to change what you're doing, or you still want to just hang out in the greenhouse?
Yeah, I'll hang out, and I'll maybe kind of see him head out. I'll sort of twig that, oh yeah, this isn't really Fern's area. No, maybe I'll ask him about it another time. And I'll just carry on kind of pruning and faffing about arrangements.
Gulu comes in a few different times and just like chats and sits and, waits while different metals heat and cure. And at one point she's like chatting with you just in general about like living on the coast and how the gale winds can sometimes be a little disturbing as the rain like comes sheeting in this weird climate. And she like sits up all of a sudden. She's like, oh, and she runs out. And this happens pretty frequently with Ulu. She probably just like forgot that something was in the fire, or just like an action needed to be taken in a certain appropriate amount of time. Gahesh comes in and flirts and kind of preens over Fern. You know that they're dating. But
over my shoulder, I start making like the gagging face to myself.
Yeah, it's like very like 19-year-old like first love, sickening, like can't keep their hands off each other, constantly like giving each other the eyebrows and the eyes, and then they end up leaving together.
Just before they leave, Zilla picks up one of those little glass spray misting bottles.
Yeah.
and just playfully just squirts it towards them.
Yeah. Awesome. Gahesh goes, hey, what was that for?
Hey, yourself. You guys go canoodle somewhere else.
We're trying.
You're making the plants sad.
And Fern's face just goes bright red. And even the tips of her elvish ears are just like red. And she goes, sorry, Scylla. And they just leave.
And I go over to one of the plants and I sort of pick it up as a little bit of it wilts.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Godfrey, Morgus, and Levy. Would you like to take the beach way or the street way?
Oh, which way is fastest?
The street way is probably faster this time.
I'll take the streets.
All right. As you
These are the
meander
streets.
the path through the high grass, you end up in, the fields, the rural areas just outside Florencia's proper walls. You head to the main street that leads you through sort of the guards barracks area, and you pass actually the headquarters of the city of the guard, and you see the bounty board that is, as Weaver said, refreshed with tons of different pieces of paper.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
You
Let me
want to
jot that down real quick.
You're gonna grab them?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
a little hobgoblin. We're just like. "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Here are your fresh bounties.
fresh bounties.
Many different fonts.
Copy, paste, copy, paste in my notebook, so I don't forget.
Oh, I'm so,
Would you like to read one out loud?
Yes, I would. One called Chicken Little. Something's been eating my chickens. I can't leave the farm. Gotta care for Mom. Find the chicken killer and I'll pay. Bring back any live chickens. I'll pay more. Third cottage from the waypost north of town. 20 gold pieces proof of the killer. 10 gold pieces for eat live chicken.
Eat live chicken. I want to point out that chicken is spelled Chikin. Chicken. The kid of the chi.
That
Anyway,
seems right.
I have a lot of fun writing these bounties, and everyone on Patreon has access to read these bounties at any point in time, including the first ones that the party never fucking touched. Except for the wolves.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Remember that?
No,
the
wait,
one
but I
with the
low-key kind of
girls
want to print them
singing
out and start, like, hanging
Oh
them,
yeah,
'cause they're
no more
kinda cute.
nonsense. Yeah. That's the one that Leah Fritsch said was entrapment. It's not. Anyway, you are fresh up on bounties. Something that I will say for all of y'all and for the listeners here at home, these bounties are not permanent. Some of them are time sensitive and will go away. Also, there are other people in town that take bounties, so you have to think of that in consideration too. This is a living and breathing world that has many facets, and you're not the only people here. So just if you want a bounty, I recommend doing it. That is all. That's a PSA. Beautiful. You take your bounties and you head through town. It's bustling. There's carts of shipments and milk and hay and corn and blackberries and all kinds of things that happen in the spring. It's a bright, sunny day, blue sky, little white puffy clouds. The breeze off the ocean is really nice today. It is one of those strange Pacific Northwest days that are fucking gorgeous in the spring, and everyone is outside. Literally everyone is outside. The children are playing and frolicking. You watch a little boy pull a little girl's pigtail and run away, and she screams, "Mom!" And then there's old women and old men and all the races and all the colors and all the peoples and all the love hanging out in town as you walk through the streets. You walk all the way across town through the square past the temple to the Elvish District, which is only named the Elvish District from when immigrants came to the city during the Invisible War and settled in clusters based on their race. It's now a multicultural center, and you approach the Mirror Room, which is a shop that has big windows in the front and a big heavy wooden door, and you look through the windows and you see a stage set up in the middle. It is a combination black box theater, fancy wine bar, and at the back, there is a potion/magic shop run by a silver dragonborn named Avinash. That was a lot of info. I'm letting y'all take a
Avanash, it's so good to see you again. How are you?
I am great. Thank you, Marcus.
Very welcome.
Thank you for asking.
Your scales look particularly polished today.
I did a little. It's sunny. I felt good. I took care of myself.
You know, that might
It's
be...
new.
I've been a little bit sassy today. So, Levy, have you met my friends here? This is Godfrey and this is Levy.
I remember Godfrey, but Livy is new. He extends a clawed, silver-scaled hand towards you, Livy, and I says, "My name is Avanash. You do look slightly familiar. Do I know you?"
Liv, he'll take the hand. Perhaps I was one of the professors at the college for a very long time. I've lived here for a bit.
What did you teach?
Oh, history. Broadly, but more specifically about the Invisible War. Invisible War 101. And 2 and
Fair
3.
enough. I don't think I placed that, but if I knew you then, I guess I knew you then. Anyway, what can I help you with?
Well, Godfrey here was, what are you looking for, Godfrey?
I'm here looking for some herbs for making healing potions. If you have any extra lying about, I'd be happy to.
Oh,
Okay.
do you need the full batch or just sections to specific herbs?
Just specific ones. I managed to get procure some from elsewhere, but I've only got about half of what I need.
Okay. You have a conversation exchange about the herbs that you have versus the herbs that you need. And he heads to the back, hands you a bundle of herbs, the missing herbs, all of the ones that you need, the quantities that you need to make the healing potions. You have enough herbs to make 5 potions of healing. And it costs you 7 silver for the herbs.
Thank you so much. This is a wonderful deal.
Only for you, Godfrey.
If you ever need anything, just holler.
Actually, I do have something you could help me with. Maybe.
Go on.
I got a strange package recently. It's a bunch of vials from a wizard who makes strange potions. See, the problem is none of them are labeled.
All right.
I don't know what they do. But if you would drink them...
That seems extremely dangerous.
Tell me what they are. I'll pay you.
Why don't we try...
That
Is
seems
there
like a
any way
great
to
deal.
test them without drinking them?
Well, this is actually not unheard of for Avanash. It's highly experimental. I will give you that. But let's see them at least. Could we just take a look, a little bit, with our eyes?
Yeah. He pulls out a wooden crate and puts it on top. And there are about 12 different sized vials with different colored containers of different types of liquids.
Oh, all right. But if we're trying it and drinking it, you wouldn't have these potions to sell later, would you?
Well, just don't drink them all, and then I'll do my thing, and I'll figure out what's in them, and then I know what they do, and then I can recreate them.
All right. You want us to try all 12 of these?
Mm-hmm. In combat, I think that would be best.
In combat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have a time frame on this? I don't know how often I'm going to be getting into fights willingly.
No. It's really just fun.
It does sound
Anything
very fun.
for you, Avanash. Thank you so much for the great deal on the herbs. I will do this for you. Godfrey will take the 12 vials of mystery potions.
I'm actually very excited about that. Thank you, Avanash.
Beautiful.
Um,
Anything else at the mirror room?
There is one thing, Avanash. You carry different components and the like. I am hoping to procure 2 white pearls, if you've got them.
Oh. What are you getting into, Morgus?
Something new. Something, you know, I've got a unique sort of brand of study, and I recently stumbled on a sort of unique convergence of formulae, and I want to try something.
Huh? Okay. Do you have a specific size?
They don't need to be very large, but they do need to be of a certain quality. I'd say at least about 100 gold each.
Okay. I think, let me see. He heads through a door around the bar, and you hear kind of like
Hope he's all right. Why?
Those are really expensive pearls, Morris.
It's a very unique trick, Godfrey.
He comes back out, and he has 1 pearl of 100 gold piece value.
Excellent. That I will take, and I will give him. I'll just slide 100 gold across. Let me mark that super quick. Would you happen to know if there's a jeweler in town? No, I'm not trying to take business away from you. If this is your stock, I'll take it. Is there a jeweler in town that might, by any chance, happen to have another pearl of this quality or not?
That's a good question. You're not looking to get it set. You're just looking for another pearl today.
Just a pearl. I can set it myself.
I don't know of a jeweler, but you could always head to the docks. See if any sailors have any stock. That's where I get my pearls.
Excellent. Well, that's actually very that's very kind of you. I appreciate you giving me that information. Thank you very much, Avanash.
It was nice to meet you, Livy. Can I do anything for you?
Well, no, I just like looking around. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm in a more boring shopping spree.
As you look around, Ed, you see the raised stage in the center. You see all the tables around the outside, and there's a wooden bar that makes up the top right corner back towards the windows where you came through. There's a dwarvish woman back there polishing glasses, and behind her is floor to ceiling bottles of different types of ale. It's really wine, so I don't know why I said ale, of alcohol. It's a lot of wine, and as you get to the top, it gets to be a little different colored. Some of the bottles have a lot of dust on them. Think of this as like the thing that's probably copyrighted that I'm not going to say, where someone in some movie goes in to shop for a wand and all the ones in the middle are like well seen, but as the screen spans to the top, there's just dust on a bunch of shit. That's what this looks like. But it's wine.
He's very impressed, but he is not a wine connoisseur. So he's like, that's alcohol. That's a lot of it. Yep. And certainly alcohol.
Awesome.
Could we stop by a general store? I have to pick up a brush and washcloth and stuff for Dee. Would that be all right?
Yes, of course. It's
Sure,
all right with me.
yeah.
If I don't want to take up too much time, but if we could get to the docks as well, I'd like to try to find the second pearl.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we have 4 hours, right?
Hi.
All right. You leave the mirror room. You head back to the square, the main square where the temple is. And right across from the temple is the general store, which Ed, you and Dee Dee were in right before you saw Gahesh's tail go down the chimney. As you enter, there is another halfling, this time a woman. She has chestnut brown hair pulled back in a tight bun, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Joy Pimpleton Brothers General Store. How can I help you?"
I'm looking for a toothbrush, a toothpaste, or whatever fancy version that is, a washcloth, would that be here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. And she's just like blinking a lot and just nodding the whole time you're talking.
Are you okay?
I'm great. Yeah, thank you. I'm really good. I can get that for you. I'll be right back. And she heads again through like the back. And she comes back out. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, you're very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's 3 silver, please. 3 silver.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Is there? This is very silly. Is there any wooden ducks for baths and stuff?
Duck's baths? A duck bath? What?
No, it's just a toy. Some kids like, in bathtub.
No.
Okay. Yeah, he hands her the 3 silver. Is that what you said?
3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Joy Pimpleton Brothers General Store. Have a good day.
Oh, alright. It is, very... He also does not put his name in.
Yeah. Awesome.
Because that's creepy and weird.
Yeah. Do Godfrey and Morgus go in with Levy?
I think Morgus went in, but it's just kind of been like wide-eyed at this like effervescent halfling.
Okay. Godfrey?
If they both went in, Godfrey would go in too and try to figure out if she's like blinking in Morse code asking for help. The amount of blinking that she's doing.
Give me an insight check.
Alright. Oh, I wish I would have saved that roll. I did on my own. It's a 3 on the dice. That's an 8 total.
You are baffled. You have no idea.
Just, are you okay? Oh, I know I already asked you that, but, are you getting enough sleep?
You're talking to the woman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hi!
I don't think I need to
maybe
do a
we
roll
should
to
go.
see she's
Maybe we
not
should
fine.
Yeah, you all head out the little door, and the bell on the door rings as you close the door, and you head out to the docks. Morgus, give me an investigation check to see if you can identify anyone that looks like a pearl person.
Sure. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you kind of spot them right away. I would say they're like walking next to you with just like a small wooden box full of pearls. It's a lizard folk with green, scaly skin, and they just walk right past you carrying these pearls. It's very serendipitous.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah.
Would I be able to purchase one of those pearls from you of a particular quality?
This one? He holds up one. It seems to be the right quality. This batch is just kind of a high quality.
Sure. Yeah. How does 100 gold sound? Is that all right for that?
How does 200 gold sound?
How does 100 gold sound?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
That's cocked.
I rolled a 6, but it's a 5.
I rolled a 17. How about 200?
How about 100 gold pieces?
I guess not. And he starts to turn to walk away.
Oh.
They,
Clever, Avanash. Very clever. Give me the source of your business, but make sure that you're the only source for me. Oh. Oh.
Livy will step up and he'll sigh dramatically. Like right in front of the person. And such a shame. I was going to buy one of these, but they're so expensive. He sighs again.
Are you trying to separate yourself from the group, like to
Yeah.
try to? Okay, give
Yes,
me
absolutely.
a performance check.
Performance check. Okay. How many? 18?
Okay. The guy looks over at you. 150 gold. I'll give you this one. Holds up the same one.
Would one of the I sigh dramatically again. How much did you say? You said 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
130.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Nat 20.
I got a 12. Says, all right. Gold. He holds the pearl clasped in a closed hand and holds out the other hand as if you should put the gold in it.
Yeah, I'll give. Yeah, I'll get the gold. It's a little too much to just put in his hand, but yeah.
You could put the bag in his hands.
Yeah, I put the bag in his hands.
Okay.
And I take the pearl.
Yep. All right. Morgus, you watch this happen.
An enemy has been made this day.
Awesome. You've done your shopping, you've done your horseback riding, you've done your plants connecting.
As soon as we're away, I'll just I'll have that 130 gold, please.
I no, by all means, of course, and I'll give you 130 gold.
Anchor is an all-in-one podcasting platform that allows you to record, edit, add music, publish across every platform. It gives you your own website, allows you to customize and brand that website, and honestly, it's all in one place and it's so easy. You literally just drag and drop and drag and place, and it is so easy. I'm not even sure if the podcast would have made it this far if it weren't so quick and convenient. So if you are thinking about starting a podcast or currently have a podcast, why not switch to Anchor? It's a all-in-one free podcasting platform. And all you have to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Seriously, download the app, go to anchor.fm, and get started. All right. You all have done your shopping. Ziba returns from horseback riding with Weaver. Morgus, Godfrey, and Livy return from their shopping trip. Herbs, a box of potions, and 2 pearls, as well as a mess kit in hand. And Scylla is not around when you return. You kind of find Fern. She says she went out to do the rat job.
Oh.
But we wanted to do the rat job.
I was very much
what?
under the
Is she
impression
gonna
that
question the rats
we would
properly?
try to do that together, but that's fine.
Yeah, I guess George sent a letter and he said that he was having family over and that it needed to be done quickly. Because, you don't want rats in your house when your mom comes to visit.
You can't rush an investigation or an interrogation. Those rats
Can
need
you
to be
speak to
interrogated.
animals?
You know, maybe it was best that Scylla went on her own for this one. I'm sure she has it under control, and we will look for something else to do with the rest of our day. Thank you, Fern.
But wait, Dee Dee,
I
can you
think
speak
that's
to
Mystic
animals?
telling us.
Can people do that?
I can.
What?
I can.
What do they say?
Yeah. Oh, they have lots to say. They're just like people. They're just like us. They're all very different, and they all have a lot to
They
say.
must hear so much gossip.
I do hear a lot of gossip. You should hear what goes on in that castle.
So wait, have you talked to the rats before? Do you know what they're,
Yeah.
Have they been in the castle? You gotta let us know what's happening around there sometimes. I tried talking to the rats
Of
and they wouldn't
course.
tell me anything.
Well, yeah. I mean... And at this point, Gahesh comes and, puts his arm around Fern's shoulder. And he's like, we're supposed to be at the castle. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Wait, have you heard about anything from the castle, considering what we did with, the other day? What has been what have the animals said?
Well, that was last night. I haven't been there yet.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. But we're heading there now. And she kind of
We
nods
did
at
leave
Gahesh.
a right mess up in there, so it won't surprise me if there's some sort of hullabaloo.
Okay. I'll keep an ear out
Thank
on
you.
any rats that I see. Bye.
Goodbye.
Have a good
So I'm
one.
just
She's a
gonna
nice
lean
lady.
over to Olivia and be like, remind me to be more careful about what we talk about in stables from now on.
Sure. But when we talked in the stable, there weren't any horses around.
I
Yeah, but
I wonder if horses have sort of a more natural proclivity for gossiping as opposed to rats. What do you think, Ziba? Didi?
I feel like they would just, deny it a lot. All they ever seem to say to me is nay.
That one was painful. I know we're still getting to know each other, but we should probably set boundaries. And that crossed the line.
Hey, my dad taught me that one.
I'm gonna
Livy is
I'm gonna
crackling
go,
hysterically.
integrate my new pearls into I'm gonna go take care of some things, and he'll go upstairs and go to the library and just start working on something.
Wait, maybe we should do some bounties. And also, DD, never stop doing that. That was amazing.
Yes, it was a very good joke.
I did.
It was
my
offensive.
best. You're in a minority here.
Horses?
You're right. We should not stereotype the horses. I'll keep that to myself next time.
All right. We should figure out which bounty we want to do.
That's fair.
I would love to do personal things, but I feel like we can do that later tonight, and there's only so much daylight.
Well, it's about afternoon now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably about noon.
So like 12 or what? Okay.
So we're having lunch.
I feel like we can pop a small bounty and then come back. If other people want to do that's obviously very fine. I'm fine with whatever, but
Well, you're familiar. You've been doing a lot of reading around the place. Have you seen any files of bounties laying around?
Oh, in when we went into the city, there were several new bounties. I'm just afraid that they'll all go away, and we won't be able to do them. And a benevolent god will be upset that we keep ignoring them.
I would be happy to do those bounties, but I did not write them down or have access to the written material of the bounties, so I can't exactly read them right now. Would you mind?
I mean, we could go help.
So if you want, I can either read them or copy paste.
I think that Adam should read another one as you all evaluate in another one of his character voices, because the last one was gold.
Yeah, I mean, there's this one. Find Fran is still out, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's one, Ziba. It says, "My goat Fran got out last night. Fran is brown with a white tail and orange eyes. She loves paper and will cry when she is cold. Find me at the drunken stump after sunset if you have her. 10 gold pieces."
We might have known what happened to Fran.
Oh, you know about Fran?
Wasn't there a weird person in...
A girl who transformed into a goat stole Fran. And we saved the girl who transformed herself into a goat.
So that one's already been taken care of.
Is that what happened?
Redacted.
Redacted? That's not what happened? Am I remembering things wrong?
Are you trying to be deceptive, or are you?
No,
I
that's how I remember it.
Here's what happened. When you all were in the wolf battle, there was a goat there that happened to speak with a female woman's voice. And she was saying, "Stop ruining these pelts. It's my bounty." Yada, yada, yada. And then at the end, she was trying to take the pelts and be like, "Okay, now I'm going to take the money for these pelts because this was my job. I was here first." And then Keg and Leofrich intimidated her and she ran away. And the information that you got was that she took a potion from the street peddler in the Thieves District that was supposed to transform her into a goat. But instead, she took it in the backyard next to her sister's goat and they swapped
That's
bodies.
what I remember being a sister.
But she was intimidated and ran away, and there was no resolve to the Find Fran bounty that you are
never
aware
mind
of.
then. Did she say? I think she said she her body was somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, if we want more gossip to trade with Fern, maybe we could go check if this gal's sister ever returned or not.
We could do that. All right.
This was also, that interaction was probably at least 4 days ago. 5 days ago, maybe even. A lot has happened in that time.
Yes. Taking over the bridge.
Okay, so you're saying your handle on Fran is a little bit stale?
A little bit, yes.
All right. I mean, we could pursue that if you want, or we could read a couple more.
This one says that they have a secret crabbing spot, and any secret spots are of interest to me. Those seem pretty fun. I mean, yeah, his brother's missing, but regardless, secret crabbing spot.
Oh, which one is that? Can you read it?
It's almost like an essay. A brother gone too long. No author. Me brother went out crabbing to our secret spot in a cove north of town. Hasn't been back for 2 days. Bring him back to me. You can find me at the drunken stump around lunch. It's a little demanding.
Oh,
like the
can
attitude.
just do that.
That means...
We can talk to him now. He should be here. We could also could also help Greg.
Yeah, I was interested in that one.
Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to talk to him. But before I left, I picked up some very cheap a crossbow and my sword from him. He would he's an interesting
looked
person.
Into the chickens or not?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I do remember reading this one with vivid memory.
It's sort of...
I mean, that one will net us like 30 gold, and...
Possibly.
You know, Fran is only a 10 gold one, and the brother one is 40 gold pieces. I don't know if we want to prioritize...
I would... I would prefer we ignore me, but I think we should maybe focus on the either the ones, the immediate ones, or ones containing people's lives if they're in danger. Like a missing brother, someone's missing. I feel like we should try to find them if we can.
Yeah, let's go do that one then. It's a cove north of town. Should be pretty easy for us to find. Got a good starting point. It's the right time of day.
Is that all right with you, Didi?
No, I think that's a great idea. I think that seems a lot more high priority than some of these other ones, like prize possession gone. Like, I think some people take their grandparents' belongings with good reason. Like, do we really need to look into that one at all? But the cove one, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Like I said, secret spots all the way.
Yes. And then we go from either. The only reason I'm very interested in the Grok one is because one, he seems like a very very interesting person, and also it would be good to have the local blacksmith owe us some favors.
That would be very beneficial. Like in addition to the court's the services that the court provides with Hulu, blacksmith of...
What if they took it, though, for a very good reason?
Someone...
Didi, is this something you're trying to justify to us? Is this the thing you did, and now you're trying to justify it to us?
I don't know about trying to justify. I think it's perfectly justified. Like, if you have a really good reason, you could steal a grandparent's passed down possession if for a really good reason. I'm just saying,
Didi,
we should be open-minded.
Is it your grandparents' possession?
No, it's not. Well, he's the blacksmith.
Did you take the hammer? Is that what you're trying to say?
I didn't take the hammer. Do you see me using a hammer? You would know if I see hammer. That's what I thought.
Did you steal the sword? Did you steal the sword?
I thought we were going crabbing.
Didi, who did you take that sword from?
About at that moment, Didi, you remember you don't even have that sword on you right now. You still have the silvered longsword.
Oh, I gotta go find that sword. I'm just gonna go grab something really quick and then I'll be back here and we can go crabbing. Just really quick. Misplay something.
Oh, also, remind me, Mystic, when did they say the bow and arrow was going to be done?
She told you this morning it'd be about 2 more days.
Okay. Thank you for reminding my dying brain.
Run back to the armory and grab my sword.
Okay, yeah, you're going back to Ulu?
Yeah. Just gonna pop in real quick, like a storm just blowing through, maybe running into her and be like, sorry, just grabbed it, thank you, bye, thank you for carrying it, here you go, bye. It like clangs on the counter, thank you, and it just runs back out of the room.
Yeah, absolutely. You can totally do that, and you absolutely see your sword in an area where you can just grab them and exchange them and run back out. And Ulu is just like, okay, bye.
Jerk. Didn't even stop to
I
say
said
hi.
thank you multiple times. The manners are still there.
No, that's not me. That's the blacksmith.
All right.
Oh, wait, Marcus, can you do me a favor and look this over?
What you got?
It's a lesson plan for
A
Didi.
lesson plan.
Yeah, she's not in school right now, and I figured, she should still have an education even if she's being an adventurer.
Well, I'm not much of a teacher myself. I'm sort of self-taught, but I'll give it a look, at least for the content and correctness. I don't know if I can provide much feedback on the efficacy of the teaching strategies. But sure.
just a bunch of how to pickpocket people in there. No, it's
complete
that's
historical bias of being like, these people were 100% in the right. There's the other people.
My
evil.
favorite author was the best ever, and Livy is the greatest.
Yeah.
Listen to everything he says. Obviously,
Seems like an
100% of the
historical
Is this
that's what
something
it says.
you need reviewed and back to you with haste, or can I do this on my own time?
Oh, just on your own time. I figured it's always better to get a second opinion on these things. They're just basic. Mostly just tests to see how proficient she is in math and history and
That makes sense.
Is common's also a written language, right? And common basic
Excellent.
things like that.
Yeah, no, I would be happy to give it a look.
College kids, not
Hey,
college kids.
It does occur to
So I'm a
me,
little
Godfrey
nervous.
might actually be another good. Godfrey helped me out quite a bit with more than a few things. So Godfrey might also be. Godfrey's opinion might be beneficial to you.
Oh, yeah. Godfrey, would you also be willing?
I trust your judgment.
Okay, just me then.
Okay. All right.
I found it.
Sorry for buying. Oh, hey. Also, cleaning supplies. Keep them in your bag
Cleaning supplies?
for your face and for basic hygiene.
Oh, I thought you meant for my bag, because you know it's sticky.
No. You know what? I'm just gonna keep this with me until we clean your
I
bag.
sort of shudder to ask, but why is your bag sticky?
Well, I see. What I didn't think to like pack the canned apples, so I just grabbed a bunch off the ground before I left home. And they don't really keep as long as the canned stuff does, but I didn't really have time for all them extra steps, so I just threw a bunch of apples in there. And then some of them went bad. They did try to cushion one of my falls, though, so
you
I
grabbed
mean...
apples from
you
from
win
off
some,
the
you lose
ground
some.
instead of directly from the tree. It was a foregone conclusion if that's what you did. May I see that bag? I'm morbidly curious.
She'll show you the bag. It's just like slightly like squishes when she sets it in front of you.
Gonna use Mage Hand to open it up, and then I'll do Prestidigitation a few times to just get rid of the slop.
There's still like hundreds of pounds of apples in there.
There you
So
go.
many apples in there.
It's not sticky anymore.
Where'd all my apples
They
go?
weren't apples anymore. It was more of a project of some kind.
Some of them, Morgus, as you were cleaning, you notice like there's a blood soaked through on the fabric of the backpack, and some of them were like just coated in like gross human juices.
It's a very strange...
I did fall on it once and stab myself with a sword.
And literally should have died if you were any other race but a half.
Yeah.
Morgus is just gonna look over to Livy.
Are you gonna ask what the blood's
He's
from?
just gonna look.
Up to you.
He's gonna hand you back the bag, and there you go. And then look over to Livy and be like, "I'll get right on that review for you. Right on it."
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is the nicest this bag has ever
Are we
smelled.
going to go crabbing or somewhere else?
Yes,
'Cause
yes, whatever.
if we're not
gods
going
are
to make a
listening,
decision, I'm
please.
going to
The
go back
go-
up to the library.
The cove is north of town, and we can go talk to. We could talk to Grok on the way there, I suppose.
Also, aren't we supposed to talk to this mysterious person? Maybe I'm not reading that right. I thought we were supposed to talk to the. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bring back. You can find me at the drunken stump around lunch. So yeah, we have to go to the drunken stump first.
I mean, if I was reading it, I think he wants his brother, or the information about his brother.
It's a
Oh,
secret
okay.
crabbing place? How are we gonna know the secret if we don't ask him?
I mean, that is a good point.
Yeah, like that's. I thought we had to go ask him to where it was.
Last time we tried finding secret entrances around the beach area, we didn't exactly have the best of luck.
Well, yes, because they didn't exist.
You don't know that? If there's
They
a
clearly
secret,
exist!
There's a
I mean, if
secret
they
crabbing
existed,
spot.
we would have found
Clearly,
them.
the
That's
secret
what we tried
spots
to do,
exist.
isn't that right? I'll defer it to you.
How hard did you actually look for those secret entrances?
As hard as we could in the time allotted.
Pretty hard. I managed to skip a
So
rock
the-
7 times.
Listen, okay, just because you couldn't find something in 2 hours doesn't mean it
I'm
doesn't
inclined
exist.
to agree with Levy on that
Well,
point.
then show me where it is.
It's like gravity. Just because you can't see gravity doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Actually,
I can see it perfectly. If I jump
We
up,
can
it
definitely
comes back
feel
down.
gravity.
Beautiful. So to orient you where you are in the world, the Carousel Court is on the shore north of Florencia. So to head back into town in any capacity means that you're heading away from where the secret spot is located, which is totally okay, but I just wanted to point that out.
But do we know where it is?
It says it's north. You know it's on the shore. You would assume.
What the heck?
Probably
Let's check
if
on
you
the way
followed the
there.
beach.
If we don't find it again in 2 hours, let's not assume it doesn't exist, and we'll just go ask the kid. Maybe he won't be there anymore, but I'm sure someone knows where he's at.
Yeah. I agree with GD on this. Where it is.
All right.
I like our chances. Well, all right, I go.
50 shots.
Maybe like tries
Between
swinging her
weapons.
backpack under her shoulder and almost falls over because it's like 100 pounds lighter than it was.
Beautiful. Hey, guess what? That's it. That's the episode. I'm keeping this one short and sweet. Follow us on the socials. Join us on Patreon. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Intro and outro by Nolan Cluck. Engineered, produced, story by myself, Mystic Musings. I hope you have a great day.